When I hear the name Walkinshaw, I think of racing Jaguars and Rover 3500 Group A cars. Others might know them better for their association with the Holden racing team and HSV vehicles. And more recently we saw the HSV Sports Cat, which was a take on the Colorado. So what are we doing here with the Volkswagen Amarok with a big W on the side of it? Well, VW Australia has teamed up with Walkinshaw Performance to give its Amarok pickup the GT treatment. When I say they've gone for the GT treatment, it's more than just these black stripes up the hood here. They've gone with a styling and a performance upgrade. The performance-wise, it's really in the suspension. But starting at the front of the car here, yes, you've got the black stripes, very much GT Falcon-like. You've also got this unique grille, which only comes on the Walkinshaw model. Then coming down the sides of the cars, you've got these big 20-inch wheels here. These are a forged alloy wheel. Significantly, they're a lot wider than standard, and they push the wheel track out by 46 millimeters for extra stability. They're a 20 by 9 inch wheel, and being forged and lightweight, the weight of them in total is the same as a stock standard wheel. Coming down the back of the car here, you see the big styling sailplane here. Exhaust outlets, you've got one out each side. Walkinshaw logo on top, looks pretty tough. There's no actual performance advantage there. The Amarok W580 gets the usual Volkswagen 3-litre V6 engine, which makes 190 kilowatts of power and 580 newton meters of torque. Now that power figure is boosted up to 200 kilowatts during an overboost function, making it the most powerful diesel engine you can get in any mid-size ute. In the suspension, Walkinshaw have lifted the front of the car by 40 millimeters by adding coil spacers and new shock absorbers both front and rear. The springs are the original springs from Volkswagen, just with those spacers lifting the front end to balance the level of the car out. The new shocks were specifically developed for the vehicle with 35mm bore up from 32mm, 18mm shaft up from 16mm. These shocks really control the Amarok over harsh and rough terrain. The Amarok has always had one of the nicest cabins in the 1-tonne ute segment. It's wider, it's more spacious, it's got that European feel about it. But it's also one of the oldest in the market now, and it is showing its age. You've got acres of grey plastic here, which is all very plain. You've got a key, which you have to put in the ignition, which for an $80,000 ute is quite unusual these days. Then you look at the AV screen here, it's a lot smaller than what we're getting used to now. We're seeing 7, 8 and 9 inch screens in utes now. And talking about retro screens, this thing's even got an ashtray and a cigarette lighter. So uncommon these days. Once we're down here, just a single USB point here. Most cars now have got 3 or 4 of them. It is getting older, but the Amarok is still a very nice place to be driving. Over the standard model, the 580S gets LED fog lamps, the sailplane over the tray, a tub liner, leather power operated seats, standard navigations, power fold mirrors, and a twin exhaust system that gives the V6 engine a little bit more of a burble. W580 standard is $71,990. The W580S, which we have here, is $79,990. As the only V6 powered ute left in its class with 580 newton meters on tap, the Amarok is the most powerful ute in the segment. It's always been a grand tourer in the true sense of a GT vehicle. And Walkinshaw has really refined that package by tying suspension down and giving it these muscled up looks. It's a great all-rounder, real good highway car and great for eating up those miles. The W580 Amarok is a true touring vehicle.